Hi, I'm Dave Casulo, CEO and co-founder of Daneli Partners and Overlook Ridge Development. Last week, I asked a question that has aroused our viewing audience. What if we've been asking the wrong question? I never expected the response. Dozens of conversations, emails, even phone calls. People sharing their stories. Not because I had the answers, but because together we were asking better questions. So today, I'd like to continue that conversation because I think I've discovered something. Leadership isn't just about influence. It's about becoming more responsible for what we've already been given. So here's tip number one. Stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, what is this preparing me for? Perspective changes everything. Most people interpret life's events by looking backward. Leaders look backward to inform how they then look forward. Every experience carries within it the seeds of future usefulness. Nothing is wasted if we're willing to learn from it. Looking back, I can now see that every major chapter of my life prepared me for the next one. Raymond Flanagan taught me how culture scales. Bates Communications taught me how leaders who galvanize their troops communicate during uncertainty. Writing Leading the High Energy Culture forced me to clarify what I believe. And Overlook Ridge taught me that developing communities and developing people are two sides of the same coin. Daneli taught me that the greatest investment we ever make is in another human being. At the time and along the way, I thought they were separate careers, but today I know they were one important form of education. So don't waste your experiences. Mine them. They're preparing you for something greater. Tip number two, people are always more important than projects. Buildings eventually age. Businesses evolve. Strategies change. Markets shift. But people, they have the power to multiply. And that's where stewardship becomes legacy. When I think about the last several years, I don't first think about the buildings we've restored. I think about our people. Marika, Katie, Mary, Jenna, Paul, my business partner, Neil, and the 70-plus people who have joined us, the Hamilton Fellows, the nonprofit leaders, the executives we've coached, the students we've encouraged. If someone asked me what I'm most proud of, it wouldn't be a project or a building or even a residential development. It'd be helping people become more than they believed possible. Success builds organizations. Stewardship builds people, and people build everything else. Tip number three, your greatest contribution will probably emerge from your deepest challenge. Pressure doesn't simply test us, it forms us. I've spent months talking about anti-fragility. Now I realize something. Perhaps anti-fragility isn't just about becoming stronger. It's about becoming more useful. Some of the hardest seasons of my life have become the ones I draw upon most often when I coach other leaders. The disappointments, the business setbacks, moments of uncertainty, even personal struggles. At the time, they felt like obstacles. They tested my commitment. But today, they become empathy and perspective, wisdom and connection. Those experiences now help others. If you endure, you'll find that the wound becomes the wisdom. Finally, tip number four, leave something that continues growing after you're gone. Legacy isn't measured by what we keep. It's measured by what keeps growing because we lived. As I grow older, my prayers have changed. I spend less time asking, what can I accomplish? And more time asking, who can I encourage? What can I multiply? What have I been entrusted to build? That's why I love what we do at Daneli. That's why Overlook Ridge matters. That's why I believe in this community, because leadership isn't simply about today's results. It's about creating conditions where other people can flourish long after we're gone. So live in such a way that your influence continues after you're gone. Steve Jobs famously said, we can only connect the dots looking backward. I believe that's true. But I've come to believe something else is true. Someone was drawing those dots long before we ever connected them. So here's the question I'll leave you with this week. Again, not what do you want to accomplish? Rather, what have you been entrusted to build? Because the answer to that question may just become the purpose of your life. If we can help you discover, develop, and multiply what you've been entrusted with, let us know. Reach out to us at DaneliPartners.com or to me personally at dcasulo@DaneliPartners.com. And I'll see you next Tuesday.